captive into Call of the Captives. We are read episode 8, season finale, written by Precious Chinwe Obialor-Ukazim. Alright, let's get straight into today's episode and see what exactly is happening again. Alright? Okay, so let's get to today's episode. The meeting with the lecturers the next day was a tense one, with Professor Anita's anger and disappointment palpable in the air. She listened again to Unemeka's account of what had been happening to his result, her expression growing increasingly stern. "This is unacceptable," she said, a voice firm and authoritative. "I want to see all the materials signed by students during the examination. I want to know who sat for those exams and who didn't," she added, referring to the tally sheet students signed in the exam or that indicate their attendance at the examination and submission of the examination material. The lecturers scrambled to comply, and so the materials were presented before them. Professor Anita's eyes scanned the document alongside, her gaze sharp and unforgiving. "Can you see this?" she said, her voice dripping with reason. "Unemeka's name is clearly written here and in this one too. It's clear that he sat for this exam," she said, turning to the lecturers, her eyes blazing with anger. But the lecturers could not explain it, since they were equally surprised at the discoveries. "I want to know who is responsible for this. Who tampered with the young man's results?" she asked. She asked, and the lecturers looked at each other. Their faces were their faces pale and guilty, but no one spoke up. Professor Anita's expression hardened. "Fine, I will conduct my own investigation and I will find out who is responsible. In the meantime, I want a fresh private examination set up for Unemeka. He will sit for all the exams he failed and those that are missing, and I want it done in 2 weeks' time," she said, her voice firm, and the lecturers nodded, their faces solemn. "I also want a special monitor assigned to oversee the script and recording. I will make arrangements for that," Professor Anita continued. "I want to make sure that his results are accurate and tamper-proof," she said, then turned to Nemeka, her expression softened slightly. "Don't worry, Nemeka. We will get to the bottom of this. You will have the opportunity to retake the exam, and I will make sure that you are given a very chance to succeed," she told him. Unemeka felt a wave of relief wash over him. He would not He would not be defeated by this setback. He would work hard and he would prove himself. "Thank you, ma'am," he said, his voice firm and grateful. Professor Anita nodded, her eyes still flashing with anger. "You're welcome, Unemeka. You can go now. We'll let you know when the exams are scheduled," she said, her tone softening slightly as she dismissed him, and Unemeka expressed his gratitude once more, thanking her for her support and help before taking his leave out of her office. In a swift move after Unemeka had left, Professor Anita made a bold declaration, her voice firm and authoritative. "From now on, any lecturer who assigns the job of marking and computing student results to a fellow student will face immediate termination of employment," she said, and the room fell silent, the lecturer's eyes wide with shock and concern. The gravity of the situation had just sunk in, and they knew that Professor Anita was no one to be trifled with. Without hesitation, she instructed her secretary to draft a circular, which would be circulated to all the school lecturers, informing them of the new rule, which was not really a new code of conduct. The memo was clear and concise. Any lecturer found guilty of delegating examination duties to students would face severe disciplinary action, including termination. The circular was quickly typed. Please go. The circular was quickly typed up and sent out, and soon the news had spread throughout the faculty. The lecturers were buzzed with the news, some of them nodding in approval, while others looked worried and anxious. Take drastic measures to ensure that those responsible for any malpractice were held examination to rewrite those exams. Of his academic struggles still lingered, but it was determined the mind to overcome them. His days became a blur of textbook notes and practice questions as he poured his heart and soul into preparing for the upcoming exam. As he studied, he also found time to pray, seeking guidance and strength from above. He knew that he couldn't do it alone and he was grateful for the support system he had. Meanwhile, unknown to Nemeka, the outgoing leaders of his campus fellowship were also having a private meeting to discuss the upcoming leadership transition. The outgoing president, a respected figure in the campus, was entering his final year, and sitting before other outgoing leaders and the governing members, his eyes shined with conviction as he began to share his thoughts on the upcoming leadership transition. Brothers and sisters, I've been praying and thinking a lot about who should be the next president of our fellowship, and I've come to a decision on the person who is to take over from me. I'm convinced that Unemeka is the one, he said, and the room fell silent as the members looked at each other in surprise. Some had expected other names to be mentioned, and Unemeka's wasn't one they had anticipated. Most people expected that the president's assistant, Mama O, a lady who seemed to have been doing very well in the fellowship or any other brother, should take over, but not Unemeka. Whoa! So the tongue of leadership is about to follow Unemeka. So congratulations in advance, but it looks like it's gonna be a bit tough. But I know with God everything's gonna work out smoothly. Thank you for watching and have a beautiful and great day ahead. God bless you. See you in the next episode.